Welcome back to the PAC Sports Network for our halftime show as we're at the break between Bethany and Waynesburg, and we're now joined by the head coach for the Bethany women's basketball team, Coach Mikayla Lopez. Coach, first off, thanks so much for joining us today. Want to dive right into the season because your group's been playing really good basketball as of late. What do you feel has been clicking on the hardwood for your team in the recent weeks?
I would say for us, it's really just focusing on the little things. We have always said that when we do the little things and we can do it for 4 quarters, we're a really, really tough team to compete with. And so really just trying to focus in on playing Bethany basketball for 4 quarters has really been a big focus for us.
Well, I want to go back in the earlier part of the season. I'm sure 4 quarters was a big key in the win against Randolph-Macon, a nationally ranked team, mind you. How much confidence did that win give your team, and how much has the confidence continued on into conference plays from that win?
It was great for us. To be honest with you, I told my group our non-conference schedule was the hardest it had been since I had been here, and we knew that it was going to be some tough battles. And so our group was excited for that, and we talk about it still to this day. That was probably the most physical our group had played all season against Randolph-Macon, and it gave us the confidence, like you said, that we knew we can show up and compete with anybody we want to when we play that physical and play how we're supposed to.
Well, it's obviously spilled into PAC play, and like we've mentioned the recent weeks, but it's not been without some great playing as well from your players. And Lindsey Garrison, obviously one of those key threats back for a graduate year. How does she continue to kind of step further into a leadership role, especially with some of the younger players like Ella Simpson and Addie Blazer, who have really kind of taken the league by storm and stepped into their own roles as well?
Yeah, I always say, and I tell Lindsay all the time that she makes me look like a better coach than I actually am. But she's been an incredible leader for us this year. She has really, really helped dive into more of that coaching role and helping our younger players, like you touched on, if they're not seeing something and we have two other coaches distracted with something else. It's been great because she really takes them on under her wing and helps them understand the play, understand what they're missing, and has just really been a lot more vocal for us this year. So it's kind of like having another assistant on the court.
How much confidence has she given you as a coach, knowing that, like you said, you can kind of trust her to run things, and at times maybe you don't even have to have a conversation with her. You know what she's going to do, and vice versa.
Yeah, it's been great because now, right, Lindsay and I have been together for at least 4 years now. So she really understands what I'm looking for, and we've got a chance to really build that relationship off the court. And so it's great knowing that you have that player who's really versatile, right? Sometimes we need her to step in and play the point guard for us, and I love that I can trust her to do that. And she's also really dived into that role of kind of being a little bit more of a defensive specialist for us and done a great job on taking those roles on personally when we play teams who have really big scorers that we really know we need to focus on shutting down. And she's really dove into that role for us this year.
Well, Kaylee Potter, I think, has also been a nice compliment to her and has added some further scoring depth on your team. But she also impacts the game in a variety of ways, defensively, rebounding. How does her versatility kind of help this team elevate on both sides of the floor?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I will obviously have a little bit of bias, but I think KK is one of the most versatile players in the conference. She can step out and shoot the three ball. She had 5 blocks, I think, in the W&J game, but she can also throw 6 assists around. So she can really just fill up the stat sheet for us. And so some days she's going to score, but other days she might not. But she is impacting the game for us one way or another. And I'm very thankful she's on our team.
Well, you definitely have a great group and a nice mix of some experience and a little bit of youth as well to make a big run in the PAC this year. Coach, before we let you run, I want to hear what you think will be key in making that push in the PAC and ultimately getting to a PAC championship game.
For us, it will definitely be just being disciplined and playing for 4 quarters. We always talk about that every single one of our losses this year, we beat ourselves. So figuring out how to not beat ourselves and just do what we need to for 4 quarters. And I think our girls will be happy at the end.
Well, Coach, as always, thanks so much for your time today and excited to see how the rest of the season plays out for you and Bethany. Good luck the rest of the way in the PAC.
Thank you. Appreciate your time.
That's Bethany women's basketball head coach Mikayla Lopez. Stay right there. We'll have Bethany women's senior basketball player Kaylee Potter join us next on the PAC Sports Network.